Telltale Heart. The story of a man, unnamed, unknown, who insisted he was not bad. He lived with an old man in a quiet house. The old man was kind and generous, yet the younger man became disturbed, not by anything the old man had said or had done, but by a single terrible attribute of the man, the old man's eye. It was pale and looked vulture-like, with a clouded blue film covering it. Every time the man looked at the eye, it filled the man with dread. And so the man began to plot. For 7 nights he crept into the old man's room, slowly and silently watching as he slept. But every night the eye remained closed, and as long as it was closed, the man could not bring himself to act on his urge. Then came the 8th night. The old man was not sound asleep. He was stirring and could sense something or someone in the darkness of his room. The old man called out, but there was nothing there. The old man's eye was then open. The lantern being held by the man was shining right on his eye. The man froze in his tracks. His heart was beating rapid, but although he thought it was his heartbeat, it was actually the old man's heartbeat. It was terrifying, loud, and thumping.
Hello?
That is when the man struck. With absolute precision, he ended the old man's life. He suffocated the man under the bed while sitting there laughing. He then began to dismember the old man's body. First starting with the head, moving to the arms, and then the legs. He continued to put the body, piece by piece, under the floorboards. After that, there was no blood, no trace, or nothing remained. There was only the silence left in the house. Until a knock on the door. The neighbors had heard a shriek, and they called the police. And when they arrived to the house, they wanted to look around. The man welcomed them into the home to take a look. He was calm and confident as to not to alarm them. He even brought them into the room where the old man's remains lay. They all smiled, they all laughed. There was no worry for the police. But a noise had begun. It was soft at first, but continued to grow louder. The sound was a heartbeat.
So how's your night? Oh, you know nothing, right?
The man continued to laugh at the officers, but the sound kept growing louder and louder. It was relentless. He paced as he clutched his head. He questioned the officers if they could hear it as well. Or were the police just mocking him? The sound would not stop. Finally, driven to the point of insanity, he could no longer bear the noise anymore. He then confessed to the officers right there that he continued to tear up the floor, showing them what he had just done.